Garage talk. Yeah, this ain't toilet talk today. It ain't, boy, it ain't.
No, it ain't.
We're doing toilet talk, garage talk version. We got my boy today, Brandon Denton.
What's happening? Let's get a cheers
Big
in
time.
here.
Woo! Little of that Bush Light corn. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So you a Bears fan? You're a Cubs fan? All right. What should we get into, Brandon? What's on your mind?
I mean, it's football season. Bears are on top of everybody's mind, so...
Bears are on top. At least they're on top of something.
Not on top of those standings, though.
Oh, my God. What you think? Justin Fields?
He's not the guy. Hate to be that guy. I was very hopeful. He's not the guy.
What do we do? What do we do with
Got a
Justin?
clean house. Top down. Kevin Warren, it's his first big job outside of building a new stadium in Arlington Heights or wherever that's going to be. So I know that's been his main
This is
focus.
a big different Brandon than he was 3 years ago. Because I remember Justin Fields, the Bears traded up to get Justin Fields. Or at that time, and then they drafted him. The first call I got was from this guy right here. We got a quarterback! We got a quarterback!
I know. I sat right here in this very garage celebrating that pick, and now 3 years later, I know the organization has not done him any favors. But
Is Justin Fields on your shit list?
appears to be the case, and along with Matt Eberflus, Ryan Poles, and the entire organization, everybody's on the shit list. We're not. It's a joke. The whole organization's a joke.
Let's play a little game here.
Okay.
Open a beer. Okay, we're gonna play a game called Chug 3 Drinks. What would you rather do? Keep this player or chug 3 drinks? Khalil Herbert. Keep him or take 3 drinks?
I'll keep Khalil Herbert.
Okay, now your turn. That's me.
Justin Fields.
That's bullshit. Take 3 drinks. Okay. Eddie Jackson or take 3 drinks?
At his current salary?
Right now, what we're at. Oof.
Darnell Mooney.
I'd keep him. He's not the problem. Justin Fields is. Mooney, they're not using him correctly. If he was in the slot, he's quick as fuck. That's how I feel. He needs to be used more often. Ryan Poles.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Because he's been in this, 2.5 years? 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a firing. You're done, Ryan Poles. You're done. All right, we got 2 more.
Cole Kmet.
Keep him. I like him.
He's not the problem.
He's doing
not
good.
the
I feel like you
problem.
panicked. You picked the guy. He's an obvious
I know.
tight end. I think
I
he's a
know.
top 10 tight end in the league. I like him a lot. And the last one, let's go. That actually might be the end here because I think we named a lot of the big problems. But just for shits and giggles, Virginia McCaskey as the owner. He's pushing her down the stairs. He's taking 3 drinks.
That's not true.
He's taking 3 drinks.
I love Virginia, but
Virginia, you be Virgigana.
time to sell the team.
You're done. Woo! All right. So I would normally wait till tomorrow, but right now we're jumping into this to get some football talk. We're going to get Brandon's reaction to my top 5 power rankings. Here we go, Brandon. Number 5. It's the Dallas Cowboys. I know they've been number 1 the last 2 weeks. You cannot lose the Arizona Cardinals that way. They got beat up, did not look good. Cowboys are still 5. That defense is still big time, but they better figure that out. Dak Prescott has got to be better. Number 4, the Kansas City Chiefs. Because they showed up. They played a bad team this week. They kicked their ass. They beat Jacksonville last week. They're 2-1. They're bouncing back. Travis Kelce's healthy. Mahomes' ankle, though. That could be something to look at, but Chiefs number 4. Number 3, the San Francisco 49ers, because they keep winning. They're 3-0. Defense is big time. They're climbing up each week. They're looking pretty damn good. Brock Purdy, I hated on him. He's legit. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles, because they're 3-0. They are the defending NFC champs. They look good. They look pretty damn hard to beat. Defense is good. Offense looks good. They're beating decent teams, and the best team in the NFL right now is the Miami Dolphins. You dropped 70 fucking points. You're undefeated. That's what else do I got to say? So we got the Cowboys, the Chiefs at 4, the Niners at 3, the Eagles at 2, and the Dolphins at 1. What you think about the list, Brandon?
You know, I can't help but notice a Josh Allen apologist at times. I don't see him on this top 5 list.
Hold
on. Let me finish here. I noticed that like I said, no Bills on this list, and you also, I believe, in our group chat called the Dolphins overrated and quote unquote trash earlier.
I did not.
know about
that would have been before the season. I don't think that was recent.
Well,
I wasn't a believer in Tua, but you dropped 70 points and you're undefeated. I don't know how you not pick them at 3-0 right now. You dropped, 700 yards?
So if you were to put, a friendly wager on it right now, would you pick the Dolphins or the Bills to win the Super Bowl?
The Bills. And I actually got the Bills as no, I did not pick the Bills. Bills would have been my second. I had the Bengals, but right now that doesn't look too good. Joe Burrow looks like a problem. Looks like they're going to win this game, but it doesn't look too good right now. So how would you reorganize my list? Or do you like my list and you're just talking about where
No, I like the list. I would probably move the Eagles down, probably behind. So I'd probably go Dolphins, 49ers, Chiefs, Cowboys, Eagles.
Eagles at 5?
No, I love the Eagles. Don't get me wrong.
Chiefs lost to the Lions. They dropped 17 points against Jacksonville.
That was 2 weeks ago. That's week 1 of the season.
Eagles are undefeated.
I'm fine with the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, if you're going off what's been done this season, the Dolphins got to be number 1. Like you just said, they dropped 70 points. 49ers, they just deliver. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback. Brock Purdy, doesn't matter. Kyle Shanahan's a heck of a coach. The Chiefs, you know what they're going to do. They're probably going to be in the Super Bowl again this year. I mean, it's pretty much a lock. The Cowboys, they lost Trayvon Diggs this year. Doesn't matter. That defense is still elite. Dak Prescott could be a problem, though. He keeps turning the ball over. But the Eagles, they lost a little bit of luster. I don't know. They're still really good on offense and defense, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I will say, if you're asking me, but you seem like you were talking a lot of shit, I like the Bills more than the Dolphins. I think Josh Allen's a Hall of Fame quarterback, soon to be. That's me being a little hyperbole, but I think he's going to be a stud. Give me Josh Allen over Tua. Should we do a little who would you take action?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go right to it. Josh Allen or Tua?
Are we talking fantasy football or real life football? Like
real life,
like quarterback.
Real
of
life
your team?
football.
It's tough.
And if you disagree, you take a drink.
It's tough because, Tua
it's tough.
No.
One's been to the postseason. One's won a lot of mini games. One guy looks like this.
I'm talking in general. Are we talking with the same roster? If we put
No, we're talking about who do you want to win the Super Bowl? Who are you betting on? Who do you feel confident? If you had to place a bet, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win MVP? Who do you got? Who do you trust the most? He wants to say Josh Allen. He knows.
No, with the same roster?
What do you mean the same roster?
You can't compare apples to oranges.
Oh, here we go.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What the fuck's that even mean?
Okay, take it easy. Tua's got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. If Josh Allen was on that team,
Josh Allen doesn't need to be on that team.
You know what? Give me Tua.
I'm taking a drink. I disagree. That's such crap in the half.
Give me Tua.
Why?
Josh Allen turns the ball over every other play.
Tua's not reliable.
How is he not?
He might miss 4 weeks.
Why? Because he's got head injuries?
Yeah, he's got to be there. Josh Allen takes more hits than he does. Tell me that's not true.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's
Give me Tua.
that's
Tua.
ridiculous.
Give me Tua.
Okay, I got to give you one.
All right. Franchise quarterback, Justin Fields or Kenny Pickett?
Oh, my goodness. I don't
the
trust
quarterback
either one
of your
them.
favorite team. Who do you want?
I have to take Kenny Pickett because Kenny Pickett is a game manager, and he's peaking at that, but he will not turn the ball over. Fields looks like he has the brain of a 5-year-old right now. He's looking up there. He can't freaking read it all. There's a guy wide open, and he doesn't look. He's looking at her. like he's repulsing and he's fucking palpitating, whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Convulsing, Katokin. I don't know. Fields he's a problem. He doesn't think. He's like, oh, hey, coaching's a problem. They're making me think too much. Fuck yeah, I'll fucking take you. Are you chugging because you disagree?
Just thirsty.
Okay, do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree.
Okay.
I'd take Kenny Pickett.
Okay, who would you take? Lamar Jackson or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence for sure. Lamar Jackson, he hasn't had a ton of weapons. It's mainly been Mark Andrews.
Got MVP.
I'm not saying he hasn't been MVP. If you'd let me finish a sentence, I mean, we could talk about it. Lamar Jackson is good. He's a good athlete, good quarterback. Throws the ball a lot to Mark Andrews. They drafted Zay Flowers this year. He's been a stud.
Trevor Lawrence just lost to the Texans.
Again, if you'd let me talk, we could finish a sentence here. Trevor Lawrence
Calm
is good.
down, Shannon
He's
Sharp.
good. Just settle down. Trevor Lawrence has been very good. You could throw out the Urban Meyer years. That's done. That's a wash season.
Okay.
Last year they came on strong, unexpectedly with Doug Peterson. But if you're asking who I want to be the quarterback in my franchise for the next 10 years, give me Trevor Lawrence 100%. Not even close, actually.
So I know I said that Trevor Lawrence at the beginning of this year is MVP. I thought he was going to be a good MVP odds. I'm taking a drink because I disagree with you. I think Lamar Jackson's better. I know they just lost to the Colts. I know I'm talking shit about the Jaguars losing to the Texans. But that be that. Okay, give me one more.
I just gave you one. You give me one.
I give you Lamar Jackson, and then you pick Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Rookie. Try to get a guy on Garage Talk, and he's choking away.
Okay. Would you rather be a Bears fan or a Sox fan?
I'd rather commit suicide. Suicide alert for anyone ready to do that. That's a little dark.
If you had to pick one.
I'd rather be a Bears fan because at least football is a little more entertaining than baseball.
I don't know. Hadn't been this year.
It's not good. I'd take it. I don't know. I'll take a drink, even though I disagree with myself, no matter which side I take. So, before we go back to football here, I just want to stir the pot a little bit now. Cubs. Are they going to make the postseason?
Yes.
How?
What do you mean?
Are they overrated?
How could they be
They overrated?
overrated? They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs this year. How are they overrated?
Or do Cubs fans overrate them? Are you an obnoxious Cubs fan?
No, I'm not an obnoxious Cubs fan.
So you aren't Pete Crow Armstrong. Oh my God!
No, Pete Crow Armstrong's still going to be a stud.
Okay.
He's a role player this
A
year.
role player that's going to be a stud. Okay.
A role player this year. He wasn't even supposed to be called up. But you know what? The Cubs surprised. They're in the playoff race. They had no business being there.
Weren't they
as
just
of
3
June.
games up the other day? Now they're like, what, a half game up?
Doesn't matter. How many games the White Sox up?
Oh,
Doesn't matter. Exactly.
Cubs, no matter what happens, they're still worried about the White Sox.
No, we're not worried about the White Sox. That's the beauty of it.
Why'd you mention the White Sox right now? That was hypocritical.
They're the hot
hypocritical.
Again, if you let me finish a sentence. They're the hot garbage on the other side of town. The Cubs have only had 2 losing seasons out of the last, I think, I don't know.
2 losing seasons?
Out of the last,
what were they last
9-10 years?
Cubs?
Yes.
9-10 years. You don't remember 2014? Or were they 72-90?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah.
15, they blew it up. Was that team supposed to win? What? Cubs were like, we're going to win every year.
You say in 2015 they blew it up?
How's Chris Bryant doing?
Thank goodness he's gone.
Everyone thought the Cubs were going to have. So did the Cubs? Okay, I guess I should say this. Let's calm down. Do you think the Cubs exceeded expectations
this year?
No, I'm talking about in that run they had.
That was a disappointment. That was definitely a disappointment. That team was supposed to be the core for the next 5 to 8 or 9 years, and it didn't work out that way. No.
Are the Cubs going to win a World Series in the next 5 years?
You're going to call me biased, but I'm going to say yes.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Because if you ask me as a White Sox fan, I would say hell no.
Well, yes, of course. That team's garbage.
Cubs have a bad manager.
What are you talking about?
Ross is not a good manager.
No. Let's not do this. If I would have asked you that as a Sox fan, of course they're not going to win in the next 5 years.
Well, Cubs did
not 5, not 10, not 15, not 20.
That's so
not with
dumb.
Jerry Reinsdorf owning that team.
Reinsdorf?
Yeah, whatever you want to call him.
So, are you serious? You think the Cubs are going to win one in 5 years?
I'm old enough to remember when you made a bet with somebody else in our friends group that they wouldn't win one in the next 5 years, and then you paid up on it 20 years later.
It wasn't 20 years later.
It was multiple years later.
So, Cubs,
right past that.
They're going to be better than the Braves? Braves are there to stay.
No, I love
Dodgers?
Yeah, Braves are good.
We're not even going to get to the American League.
It's not the same as other sports. Anything can happen in a short
108 years?
Well, yeah, that's in the past. What? I don't remember. Let me check here. When did the White Sox last win a World Series? I'm just curious. When was it?
It's been 7 years for the Cubs.
No, that's not what I asked.
18.
When the
White
White Sox,
are you going to have a point?
When did the White Sox last win a World Series?
18 years ago.
Oh, 2005.
Oh,
okay. So when did the Cubs last win?
7 years ago?
What year was that?
7 years ago.
No, what year was
Well, I guess Cubs fans are intelligent, so 23 minus 16 is 7.
Right. So last I checked, 2016 is more recent than 2005.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And our ownership is much better.
Ownership? Who is the Cubs owner?
Tom Ricketts.
Oh, I forgot. More like fucking suck it.
Okay. The Cubs will make the playoffs this year. I don't have many expectations beyond that, but we're right where we need to be right now.
Should we keep that? Who's winning the World Series this year, Brandon?
It's got to be the Braves. It's got to be.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know many American League
The
teams.
Dodgers always blow it. They always blow it.
So, because the Dodgers have the best Braves have the best record.
Mm-hmm.
Braves, Dodgers, Brewers. 3 wildcard teams are the Phillies. Who's the second wildcard team right now? Diamondbacks, Cubs, Reds are fighting, Marlins are fighting.
Yeah.
If I'm going to trust one of those wildcard teams, it's probably going to be the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Braves are a lock. If you want to bet the Braves, I'm betting the Braves. It'd be a lock. Lock it. Yeah. Braves are going to the World Series.
I don't know.
Lock it.
Yeah, I don't know what the odds are, but
get them ready.
Again,
get odds. You need to.
Again, baseball is a crazy sport. Anything can happen, but I'd be very surprised at the Braves.
Brandon's going to get the odds right now. Let's pick the. So I'm not saying this is the team you should bet, but let's look at best odds to win the World Series right now and pick what you should bet. Let's give a bet. Let's get a good Brandon Denton bet advice here and what odds he thinks they should get. Then you just heard him too. He just talked about the Cubs winning a World Series in 5 years, which is probably the Busch Light talking a little bit. So that's insane. It's insane. That Cubs. I know everyone wants to brag about their minor league system, and he's distracted right now because I asked him to be. I don't think the Cubs farm system is very great. I can't even name you a top prospect. This guy thought Ed Howard was going to be a stud.
I love Ed Howard.
And where's he at? He's at South Suburban Center. That was unclassy.
So odds for the World Series this year are Atlanta Braves are the favorite at plus 310. Dodgers plus 400.
Don't like that.
Orioles at plus 650.
Don't like that.
Rangers at plus 700.
Definitely don't like that. I'm not a believer in the Rangers at all. How do you feel about the Rangers?
No, I'm not either. I'm not in.
You know what team I like? Read the Astros odds right now.
Hold on. Rays plus 950. Astros at plus 1300.
I love the Astros at plus 1300.
They just dropped 3 in a row.
I know, but they're about to beat the Mariners' ass.
Okay. Phillies plus 1,300. Royals plus 1,600.
The Royals?
Wait. Blue Jays plus 1,600. If you want to jump to my Chicago Cubs, plus 5,500.
That seems like at the bottom. Is that the worst odds?
No, the Giants are plus 100,000.
They're not making the playoffs.
Actually, the Cubs are behind the Marlins.
I don't like that either.
No.
But my favorite odds there, now I'm not saying this is what I'm picking, but a good odds, these are my favorite odds, Astros plus 1,300. What do you got, Brandon?
Yeah, I don't
This isn't your prediction, but what odds you would like?
No, I like that value there too.
No, I think the Braves are winning it all.
Yeah, I do too.
And
If I were to pick somebody, it'd be the Braves.
I'm picking the Braves. Probably over the Astros. I really do. I know the Astros just got swept by the Royals. And I know that sounds pretty bad, and it is. And I'm not rooting for the Astros because I hate them. But I like the Astros. I think their team's pretty good. I don't trust the Rays. Orioles are young.
Yeah, I can't really think of a team with longer odds other than plus 1,300 between the Astros. I also like the Phillies, but if I'm picking between the Phillies and the Astros, I'd probably take the Astros there.
Right. Okay. So I think we got a few more minutes. What's on your mind? What's on your mind right now? How are you feeling about football? Anybody you want to discuss? Any fantasy?
I mean, we can talk a little bit about fantasy football.
Who are you thinking? Who's a must-have? Who's
what
on your mind?
What I'll tell you is, I have this guy.
Are we talking dynasty? Are we talking 1 year?
In general,
okay.
But this is a guy in dynasty. You definitely probably want to try to sell, but you're going to want him to have a big week before you do it. In 1 year, I'm very worried. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had an awful week, and we know how it goes with the running backs. When it falls off quick.
Would you cut him? Was he worth releasing?
No.
In a 1 year league?
No, you're not cutting Derrick Henry.
What's his worth for trading?
I wouldn't trade for him. No, you're not trading for him. At this point, even if you're worried about him and if you have him on your team, you have to wait. You got to wait till he has a big blow-up week where he goes off, has a couple touchdowns.
I think
then you try to
picking up Spears it's way too late to pick up Spears.
Yes. Tyjae Spears, he's a very good player. He outsnapped Derrick Henry this week, I think 60-40. That's a big concern because we know Derrick Henry does not catch a ton of passes. If you're in PPR league, that's a problem.
Okay, actually, I just thought of a game here.
Okay.
So we like dynasty more than 1 year leagues, don't we?
Yep.
So, and there's a website out there called Trade Keep Cut.
Keep Trade Cut.
Keep Trade Cut. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Let's do a couple scenarios here. I'll start off here. Keep Trade Cut. I think should we keep it where it's all three of the same positions?
Yeah, I think that'd be easier.
Okay, let's go. Justin Fields, and this is dynasty.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, and this is no superflex, just the one. This is a regular dynasty, not superflex. Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, Jalen Hurts.
Oh boy. I'm keeping Jalen Hurts because he's a stud. He's young. He's proven it. Running, passing. He's an absolute stud. Trading Kirk Cousins because he's on a heater right now. We've seen what Kirk Cousins is. He's very streaky. You don't trust him in the primetime games. We know that. And as much as it pains me, you got to cut Justin Fields.
God.
I didn't want.
You're done with the rushing yards. It's not happening anymore.
I did not. I did not think we'd be in this situation.
Age doesn't factor for you with him and Cousins.
No. I think you're trading Kirk Cousins because the value's higher. Because I think he's number 1 or 2 in fantasy points and 4 point per touchdown this year. So,
all right.
I think you got to trade high on Cousins.
All right.
So let's do this. Okay, wide receiver in Dynasty, Devontae Smith. Keep Trade Cut. Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, and A.J. Brown.
Oh, man. You got to keep A.J. Brown. I love Smith. I love T. Higgins. This is a dynasty. I'm trading T. Higgins. I'm cutting Devontae Smith. Nah, I don't really have a scenario. All three of those guys are great. A.J. Brown's the number 1, and when he goes off, he goes off. I hate his personality, what he did last week with the bitching when you're winning. I hate that, but he is elite. Devontae Smith's number 2, but T. Higgins and Devontae Smith are the same players on their teams.
Yep.
And
the number 2 on a good offense.
God, I just love T. Higgins more. I'm a sucker for T. Higgins.
Yep.
Okay. Now let's go. You did quarterbacks. You did wide receivers. I'll do running backs. So I guess we can keep switching position. I guess.
Okay.
So running backs: Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, and Khalil Herbert. Because I feel like I had to give you an old one, a young guy, and a guy that's getting a middle age.
Say it one more time.
Actually, no. Let me switch it up. I said it. Let's go. Yeah, here. My bad. I'm gonna switch it up here.
Go ahead.
Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and Khalil Herbert. Let's get juicy.
Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Khalil Herbert.
Keep, trade, cut.
I'm keeping. Oh gosh.
Oh.
I'm definitely cutting Dalvin Cook.
Whoa.
He's cooked. It's done.
He's
It's done.
More than Derrick Henry? You just went off on Derrick Henry.
No, the difference is between those two is I think Breece Hall's a stud. Dalvin Cook.
No, 12 carries, 18 yards. Oh, well, good.
I'm talking in general. He's a stud. He's a stud player. So it's between. I got to keep Derrick Henry. I have to. He's got the pedigree.
Pedigree and dynasty. Oh.
I'm not judging it off of one bad week. I'm not doing that.
He's at 3.
No, he hasn't had 3 bad weeks. This week was his only real bad
What do
week.
you consider a bad week? Anything less than 10?
I believe in Derrick Henry. That's all I have to tell.
How many more years?
No, this might be the last one.
This
might be the last one. I guess you're trading Khalil Herbert for whatever you can get. I mean,
You cut Dalvin over to Khalil?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm not saying he's a stud, but Khalil Herbert might just be a guy. But I think Dalvin might
He's
be
losing his job.
He might be totally.
Roshan Johnson's coming.
Dalvin might be totally washed. He might be totally washed.
And conditioned?
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to tight ends.
I love him. I love him.
T.J. Hawkinson.
I don't love him. I'm sorry to love him. He had a pretty damn good week this
Now
week.
keep trade cut. T.J. Hawkinson, George Kittle, and Kyle Pitts.
Oh, that's easy. T.J. Hawkinson, you're keeping. You're trading Kyle Pitts. Kittle's nothing. He's washed the fuck up. Kittle's got like the worst BO in the world. That he stinks to all high hell. People might yell at me. I think George Kittle's nothing now. I don't believe in him. I don't think he's anything anymore. Kyle Pitts is young. I'll keep Kyle Pitts, or I'll trade Kyle Pitts for now to see what I can get.
Now, okay, let me ask you this: if you were to pick in Dynasty between Kyle Pitts and Sam Laporta,
Sam Laporta's a dog. He's a dog. I'm always for Sam Laporta. Go and get that quota. You know what I'm saying? Go and get that quota. All right. We got a few more minutes, and we're going to wrap this up here. Since we're a version of Toilet Talk, but this is Garage Talk, and I got my guest here, Brandon, who loves sports to death, works sports to death. I appreciate you being on here.
Oh, yeah.
Before I let you go here, and we wrap this up here. A little longer version. We're not used to this. Hopefully this gets on my YouTube. I don't have a plunger or shit list on me, but Brandon, week 3 just ended. I should have let you know this heads up, so we're kind of going off the cuff here.
okay,
Give me 3 people who is on your shit list this week. It could be personal, it could be fantasy related. You can pick whatever hurts you the most. Who's the top 3 people? Go from the 3rd to 1. Who's on your shit list?
I'm going to tell you this. It's hard to overlook this as a Bears fan, but number 3 is Justin Fields. I don't know what to say. It doesn't. I mean, I know playing quarterback in the NFL is a hard position to play, but I don't think he's the guy. I think he could maybe be the guy somewhere else. Maybe the Bears are just cursed to never have another good quarterback ever. Maybe they haven't even had one. I don't know. Jim McMahon,
Jay Cutler's the best one ever.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2 would be Ryan Poles. I mean, he's spent all this money. He traded away Roquan Smith, which should have told you everything you needed to know about what he thought about the linebacker position. And then he goes out and spends decent money on Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards and doesn't do anything with a pass rush defensive line. I don't know what's going on there, but not a good look. And number 1, Matt Eberflus. He has no idea what he's doing. He's in over his head. And you know what? I'm going to do Matt Eberflus / Luke Getsy.
I was about to call
Neither
you out on that.
Neither one of them knows what they're doing.
How bad is that toilet clogged?
No,
Is water coming out of the toilet?
We're going to have to call the plumber. We're going to have to call the plumber. This is the plunger ain't going to do it. So, Matt Eberflus, Luke Getsy, neither one of them has any idea what they're doing. It's tough sledding out here for us Bears fans. Say a prayer for us. It's not good. It's not good.
All right, and then
What about you?
oh man, you said it pretty well. if I'm going to expand a little bit past Chicago, I'm not going to let Justin Fields off the hook. I don't really have an order. I know I made you give an order. I'll give you 3. Justin Fields that toilet is clogged. I got shit on my ankles. It's all over my floor. My dog's licking it up. That's how bad Justin Fields is bad. Like, my God, he stinks more than a freaking sweaty 50-year-old, 300-pound man out of the fucking treadmill. Justin Fields is garbage. He's hot garbage. And it's here. I said this yesterday. It's here. That mentalness is gone. Yeah. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's overthinking. He's athletic, but he's overthinking.
Yep.
You threw me on. I wasn't expecting to get thrown back to me.
Well,
Fields is an easy answer. Number 2, Dak Prescott. You cannot lose. Dak and let's do the Cowboys as a whole. You cannot lose that game. Everyone's talking about you. You're beating bad teams. You got to continue beating bad teams. And you let alopecia boy Josh Dobbs beat you up.
That was uncalled for.
He beat you up.
That was uncalled for.
And it was ridiculous. And they got beat up. They were down 27-10.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable by the Cowboys. That is just unacceptable. And number 1, the whole Denver Broncos organization.
Yeah.
You gave up 70 points. Sean Payton's a Hall of Fame coach. Russell Wilson's a joke, and he might be a Hall of Famer. That could be a debate for another day.
Yep.
But that's a joke. You gave up Devin a Chain or a Kane.
A-Chain.
It's his second time he's played in a game ever in his NFL career, and he dropped 200 yards on you. And then you let a 30-year-old guy walking in with the freaking tennis balls on the bottom of his thing. He's trying to hit for 160 yards. There was 8 touchdowns between them.
Yep.
400 rushing yards.
Yep.
They didn't have Jalen Waddle.
No, they didn't.
It's a joke. That Denver organization is a joke. I'm not saying fire Sean Payton yet because it's not his full team yet. But that is bad. The Broncos have clogged. I think it's funny. So I'm saying it's shitless based on how they performed. I think it's funny, but that is a joke and a half, and it's unacceptable. And before we go, plunger. Give me 1 or 2 plungers, whatever you think is worthy of the golden plunger.
It's got to be.
Who's unclogging that toilet?
It's the Dolphins running backs. It's Devon A-Chain and Raheem Mostert. Like he said, 8 touchdowns between the 2 of them. I mean, whether you're in fantasy football or not, you can respect that. That was a real nice performance by them. 70 points. What was it? 70-20 in the final.
Yes.
That's a
Did
joke.
you bet the over?
I did not bet the over. I should have.
The Dolphins
would have bet
it
the
by
Dolphins
itself.
team total too.
Do you know the line?
I did not
I don't
know
remember.
the line.
It probably was like 50.
Yeah.
That's your one plunger. Do you have another one?
It.
That's pretty much.
That's all I got.
How about Kelsey and Taylor Swift? That's my plunger.
Boy.
Make power couples great again. My God, that was awesome. Taylor Swift's my boo. Kelsey scored a touchdown, kept my guillotine league alive. They beat the hell out of the Bears. Unplunged. Taylor Swift's a beautiful woman. Travis Kelce's a cool ass dude.
Yep.
They unclogged all the toilets to me. Did they make me feel better about my Bears team? No. But it's great to see those two because I love them both. And, yep. Brandon, what do you think? How'd it feel to be on the guest?
Felt good.
Should we do this once in a blue moon?
Oh, yeah.
Once in a bush light, I guess?
Yeah, every once in a bush light. We'll do it. We'll do it every couple weeks, whenever you're ready.
Garage Talk is here.
Garage Talk's here.
Love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and
Cheers
subscribe.
before we go.
Woo-hoo. Like and subscribe. Toilet Talk. I'm Preston. This is a co-guest, or whatever the hell I said, co-host of, I don't know what it says.
See you guys. Let's
got Brandon here.
Cut it off.
Brandon, thank you for joining me. I
it,
love you. Thank you for listening to Toilet Talk. Like and subscribe yet again, and poop away.